A hardy perennial plant that we use in a variety of ways here at our studio garden is Moneywort, Lysimachia nummularia. The plant is called Moneywort because of its leaves. They're somewhat coin-shaped and coin-sized, little round leaves along the stem. The wort part of the name comes from the fact that the word wort is an old word for plant, so it's the money plant, or we know it as moneywort. Another common name for it is creeping jenny, and that's because, as you can see, it creeps along the ground in a low fashion. It roots in along the stem, so it's able to spread out over a large area. Well, moneywort loves moisture. In fact, it's intolerant of dry soils. So it's good for a boggy situation or a poorly drained site in your landscape. But it'll grow well in a normal garden watering regime type situation also. Well, moneywort is unique because it's one of those plants that will grow in the sun or the shade. It has this green form like we just saw, and then also this very nice golden form. And this is the form that we use a lot of here at our studio garden. Now, the golden moneywort needs at least 5 or 6 hours of sunlight in the daytime to produce this nice golden color. The more shade that you give it, the greener it will become. And as you maybe look back here where we have a little more shade, you can see that it gets a little bit greener. Well, although we have this in several locations in our garden, there's a spot out in our patio garden that I particularly want to show you. As I mentioned earlier, we use the moneywort in a variety of ways. We'll sometimes put it in containers or hanging baskets and let it kind of trail out or cascade over the side of those pots, and it makes a really nice effect. We also use the golden moneywort kind of like an annual or a seasonal bedding plant. We just dig it up and move it around wherever we want a low splash of gold color in our garden. And we can do that because it's so easy to transplant. We just dig up the plants, plant them, and it's very important just to keep them really moist for a while. Just water them quite a bit after they're moved, and they should root in very well. In this little planting, we've got an interesting combination going on here. We've got two contrasting forms or growth habits of plants. We've got the gold moneywort providing the carpet, and then this Brazilian verbena, a very different growth habit with these upright stems. Provides just a really unique contrast and a good combination. We also get some contrast with the purple flowers and the gold foliage. Well, the moneywort is a very good ground cover. It works well for what we call a living mulch plant that you can plant under your landscape plants that will keep the weeds down. It will provide an insulating barrier under your shrubs, and it doesn't really climb the stems of the shrubs like some of our ground covers do. But it's a wonderful plant, no serious disease or pest problems, so you might think about adding some versatile moneywort to your garden.